Hey everyone, here is your explanation for phase three of your project. Similar first slides, vocabulary. Our essential question is, how does the brain shape identity? You're going to start with your invitation to notice. Remember, drag and drop, resize, all of these things. You should have 5 symbols, shapes over or next to words, sections of the sentence, and then explain down here. So drag and drop one, then explain what it means, why you dragged and dropped it. So you're explaining what you notice. 2, 3 words, that's all. You should have all 5 different things that you notice. That shows that you're reading the sentence very carefully. This is also the sentence that's been on the board all year. You're starting phase 3 off with some homework. Now it's pretty easy homework. You're going to pick 3 people and you are going to ask, how would you describe me? What kind of person do you think I am, to those 3 people? Now, please pick a variety of people. I would like you to do one friend, one older person, um, or older teenager, maybe we should say, and then an adult, if you have access to those 3 different people. Now, if you can do 2 adults and one friend, that's fine. 2 friends and one adult, that's fine. But do not do all 3 friends because we want to get a broader perspective of how others see us. So the questions you're asking are, after you type their name, how would you describe me? What adjectives would they use to describe you? Are you tall, short? Are you athletic? Are you musical? Are you lazy? Are you sleepy? How would you describe that person? How would they describe you? And you're going to type their answers there. And then what kind of person do they think you are? You're going to type their answer here. So that's more of an elaboration of those descriptions. So do they think you're a kind person? If so, have them explain why. If they think you're a mean person, if so, have them explain why. And you need to do all 3. Then you're going to reflect on those responses. Do their responses change how you see yourself? If those responses change how you see yourself, they're going to describe parts about you that you did not know. If those responses did not change how you see yourself, they're going to describe you in the same way that you see yourself. And then you're going to explain how what they answered matches or does not match with how you see yourself. So, did they describe you accurately in a way that you see yourself, or inaccurately in a way that you do not see yourself? Make sure you explain why. You're then going to watch this video, Your Fantastic Elastic Brain. It's from a book. This book is going to do a good job explaining how your brain works and ways it changes, what it does, why it does what it does. While you read, you need to fill out this information. What do you now know about the brain? Main idea, something new you learned, a new question from what you learned, and then a 1-sentence summary. You're then going to fill out this information. You go ahead and highlight the correct responses. So, what's the domain? What is the purpose of, we'll say, the video and the site? Okay, so combine those 2 together. Is the site organized? Does it have working links? All that kind of stuff. Who is the author? This is of the book, or is it no author? Does the author's background align with the topic? Amount of referenced evidence. So something you're also going to have to do is you're going to have to Google this author. All right, find the author of the book, do some Googling so you can understand who this author is. This is part of how you conduct research. Then you're going to pick an article about students' view of their own intelligence and how it helps their grades, or how to change one's self-talk. And you're going to drag and drop these over the appropriate responses. Once you click on the article, be sure you're also going to the link inside the article that takes you to the website where the article came from, because that's part of our evaluation. These are just Google Slides. You can't answer these questions based on the Google Slides alone. And make sure you fill out this information below. Watch the mini lesson on fiction and nonfiction summaries. That's a separate video, but it will be linked with the rest. Notice you need to fill out, you have your rubrics, and then you have 2 nonfiction examples, practice writing summaries and paraphrasing, and then 3 fiction examples where you're going to practice summarizing and paraphrasing. This last example is from chapter 1 of Harry Potter. And here you are going to take a summary from that previous slide, and you are going to post it in Padlet, get feedback, and give feedback, and then rewrite your summary here. So you should have 2 summaries that are different, the second one being improved on this slide, the previous slide, where it starts, he found it a lot harder to concentrate. Then you've got an invitation to imitate. You're going to imitate this sentence. Okay? You're going to write a quick write, 10 minutes of writing, complete sentences only. Who are you as a boy, a girl, or gender non-binary person? Or if there's another way you identify, that's fine too. But describe yourself in that way. So what that means is if you're a boy, how do you see yourself as a boy? Or a maybe younger person, a teenager who's on the way to becoming an adult. How do you see yourself in that way? So do you notice certain things that boys do, and those are things that you like to do? Do you notice certain things that girls like to do, but even though you're a boy, you feel like those are things that you like to do also? There is no right or wrong. Whoever you are, people like what they like, and you can explain who you are in this way right here. Watch the Making Connections and Similarities, Finding Similarities mini lesson. That will also be linked. You're going to use the ideas about making connection, the skills to make connections, to work with a group. And we've got an article and some information that we're going to go through. So we've got a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Paraphrase the controlling idea for what a fixed mindset is by zooming in and reading this stuff. Paraphrase the controlling idea for a growth mindset. And then you're going to list specific elements of a fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, list 3 to 5 examples for what a person does if they have a fixed mindset. If they have a growth mindset, what are 3 to 5 things that this chart says that they do? Together, you and your partners will come up with a controlling idea and 2 examples of supporting evidence. Then we've got this learning pit with your partners. Please pay attention to what the learning pit describes. All right, what does it show in this illustration? Talk about all the parts. What does each part mean? Has there been a time when you have experienced this? Then we're going to go to neuroplasticity. That is our fixed and growth mindset and the learning pit. So this is stuff you can copy and paste. Okay. Here are things that you do with a growth mindset. Invitation to create. Be sure you create that sentence. 3-way compare contrast. So tell me about the article that you read, the video, and the graphic, and then where they overlap is where you say how they're similar. In the middle text box where they all overlap. Identity about Harry Potter. And your last quick write. What do you now know about the brain, and how is that connected to your identity? Good luck.